loves, happy Tuesday. So wanted to come on and properly say hello and welcome to the vlog. I am about to go to the part-time and I just kind of let the day go by and I did not meal prep. My plan was to meal prep today for at least today and tomorrow because I need to at least have meals at night at the school so I won't spend money. And why does my camera seem dirty? Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. But yeah, so anyway, so before I get into all that, I'm gonna throw this salad together real quick while the car is warming up because I have not moved the car since last night, so there you have it. But anyway, welcome if you are new to the channel. Thank you for tuning into another vlog. By the time you see this one, the vlog from that week that the monks were here in Virginia should be uploaded. I'm really not struggling, but we'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, welcome. Thank you for coming over to this side of YouTube where the 50 plus and fabulous are still making it happen. My lips are a little chapped. I haven't put my lip stuff on yet. But if you are new, please do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell. That way you're notified every time a new video is uploaded. Right now I'm going through this lettuce. I love bag lettuce, but it gets on my nerves at the same time. Because if you don't pick the best bag, you're going to have wilted or ugly lettuce. But anyway, if you aren't new to the channel, welcome back. Y'all are my heartbeat, so you know it is mad love here. I love it when y'all pop up in the comments and show your girls some love and support and keep me encouraged. And shout out to one of my newest subscribers. She said she found my channel and she was just diagnosed with the same. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna assume that the condition of psoriasis and arthritis are a part of autoimmune. But anyway, welcome if you're watching, and look out for some more content that will be focused around that because it needs to be talked about. I know especially in the Black community, when we get like dry patches, you know, stuff like that, we're quick to say, oh, you know, I need to get new lotion. Or if our joints start to hurt, we're like, oh, it's probably just off the, you know, creeping up on me. But these things can be very serious. So look for more content. And I will be talking about a little bit of that in this vlog. So welcome and welcome back. So while we're here, like I said, I'm trying to quickly throw together a salad. The one thing about me, the good thing about me and salad, I can eat just lettuce. It'd be fine. But we're gonna zhuzh it up a little bit. I just got some two different types of lettuce in there. I'm not gonna get into telling y'all all the different kinds because I'm really kind of pressed for time. I'm good time, but the longer I sit here and run my mouth, I'm gonna be late. But I figured while I'm here doing this, why not talk to you guys, because yesterday was more so a B-roll kind of vlog, just kind of showing me, just trying to reset and get myself back together. Tomato overboard. So this vlog is going to be more so about me just trying to get myself together holistically, not just weight wise. I have been struggling with my weight, but I do know that a lot of the struggle does have to do with my autoimmune disease and my underlying thyroid issue that has been in control. I haven't had to be on medication in years, which is a good thing, but I still have to be monitored and manage it just to make sure that it's okay. So I am at my heaviest I have ever been in my life. And I do not mind sharing it with you guys because a part of this channel for me is about being very transparent, because you never know who is going through or have went through, or future you may be going through what I'm going through. And I'm always looking for inspiration, not just through the Word of God, but just through other real life women that believe the same things that I believe, that have like-minded things in common with me. And this salmon is so good. This is a repeat of yesterday's salmon. I put some salmon in the oven, and because I didn't want to eat it whole, I decided to mash it. I added some plant-based mayo along with some hot sauce seasoning that I got. I kind of made it like a spicy salmon, mock and tuna, but it's all plant-based. But anyway, I'm just running my mouth. So yeah, so I'm just adding that salmon onto this. It's just 2 different types of lettuce, tomatoes, shredded carrots, and this salmon. I am trying to rid my fridge of any unnecessary dairy products, and because stuff ain't cheap, I'm not throwing it all away, because I do still consume dairy. I just consume it at a smaller percentage. But I picked this up. I really like the Whole Foods 365 dressings. They have a ranch dressing that's vegan that I love, and I picked up 2, but I didn't realize that one was Caesar. So we're gonna finish this girl out so she can be out the house. But this is the ranch. It's organic vegan ranch. I'm a ranch girl through and through, and I have not found a ranch dressing that I love except for this one from Whole Foods. So on my Saturday store runs, Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, and now Wegmans is going to be a part of that, because I don't have a Wegmans close enough to go to on my off days. On Mondays, Mondays and Tuesdays that I'm not working at the salon, I really try not to have a lot of errands that are outside of the circumference that I live, because I be trying to relax and rest. A lot of with my autoimmune disorder, it does cause me to be fatigued, because my autoimmune system is working to try to fight something that's invading my body, trying to keep it from not flaring up, and a whole lot of other things. Not to mention that I am in menopause, not peri, not pre, I'm in menopause. And then also just to mention that I am just recently turned 52, and most women, especially Black women, heart disease plagues us so much, and a lot of that has to do with because we don't get enough rest. And it's not that we intentionally deprive ourselves from rest. It's that we're just trying to do everything to either keep up with our lifestyle, to take care of our homes, to take care of our children. We're doing all that stuff, and we overexhaust ourselves. And even if you get your 6 to 8 recommended hours worth of sleep, it's still not enough, because your body is still exhausted. So I just try to find myself in a place where I am honoring God by taking care of my body. That is a part of honoring God. He gave me this body to have while I'm here on earth. So I want to make sure that I'm honoring him by doing all of the things that's going to keep me here as long as his will is for me to be here, so I can do his work here on earth. I want to make sure it's tight. I got good time. I feel like I got a sinus infection, but I don't know. So when I get to the school, they have masks. I'm gonna put a mask on. It does have a little discoloration, and that's to be expected. We've had like extremely cold conditions, and now it's like in the 50s. And my sinuses get triggered by extreme drops or increases in temperature. So anyway, so when I come back tonight from work, I'm gonna kind of give y'all an update of yesterday. Like I said, yesterday was me trying to restart some things in my life that I need to, be doing anyway to be a healthier me. Close these curtains. Where's my case for my phone? Because I had to take my case off of my phone because for some reason the thing wasn't working. But anyway, so when I get back tonight, I'm gonna just kind of give y'all an update on what my plan looks like. And this light in here is it's so amazing. And like this is like 4:30, and of course it looks different from back, but it's just, the sun is just so great, and my makeup looks so perfect. And I gotta give y'all an update on my makeup too, because I think in the last vlog I had actually went shopping for some products to help me with my makeup. I can't wait to talk to y'all about that. So this is gonna be a weekly vlog, but it's not gonna be a week of a lot of stuff. I don't know what tomorrow may look like. I know we'll be working out again. I'm gonna hold myself to that. But me and my girlfriends are going to Total Wine on a Friday for our unofficial, because we didn't plan it to be that way, Galentines Day. They're doing a wine tasting with chocolates and wine pairing, so I'm gonna take y'all along with for that. So anyway, so this is gonna be a week long vlog. Like I said, I don't have much going on, but I'm gonna take y'all along with me throughout my week. But yeah, so let me go, because I'm doing a lot of umming and I need to be a lot out of the door. But we're gonna catch up tonight. If not tonight, we'll catch up tomorrow. Tomorrow before I go to work. Hello, you guys. Welcome to headquarters. It's so funny that I'm recording here. Even though I recorded here before, sometimes I be watching vlogs and my husband be like, oh, they recording their bathrooms now? Yes, one, because of lighting, and two, because it's quiet. Like, the one thing that I could say that is a gift and a curse is that with our space, it's a little more compact, not smaller, but it's just it's more intimate, I feel like. So we're always in a space together. And I really know when we do finally decide to either move in a condo or home, whatever it is, I got to have my own space. I have to. And whether it's just a huge room that has a lot of light, because my plants are going to be where I'm at. Like, my ideal space, like if we get a home, I want a cottage. A little she shed, a little her nook, whatever you will call it. And whether it's that or a room, this is my ideal setup. I have a wall dedicated to all of my books. I would like to take the closet space, if it's a room, and make it into like a wine cellar, if that makes sense. Like, you know, put the wine racks in the closet and then take the door off and make it a clear door so I can see through. Don't y'all steal my ideas, okay? And then have a little coffee tea area where I can make my coffees and my teas. Buy me one of them little ice machines that won't have to worry about having to go in the kitchen to get the ice. Get me a little refrigerator. Kind of sound like I'm creating my own little apartment. But no, like realistically, like, and then have an area where my desk can kind of sit and have my plants, like just a big enough space where it's very comfortable and cozy, and that's my little oasis to get away. And not really that I'm trying to get away, but y'all know as we get older, we just, well, I can't speak for y'all, but as I get older, I was telling one of my clients, I'm turning into like a introvert with extroverted tendencies. I want to go out, I want to do all those things, but I want to go out and do all those things on my terms. I don't want to be around a lot of crowds if I don't have to, but if I do, it has to be a place or a space that I really want to be at. I just thrive mentally, spiritually, and emotionally better in solitude and in spaces where I'm not forced to make sure that everybody else is comfortable and their needs are met before mine. I am in a self-love season. I say self-love because to me the word selfish, even though it does not mean that you're necessarily selfish, it just has just this negative connotation when it comes out of my mouth. So I'm calling it my self-love season, where I'm just making sure that I love on myself the best way that I know how. And I don't think I said that in any of these vlogs or not, but one of the things that I've been doing is I take candle lit showers. You can either do dark showers or candlelit showers. I do candlelit. I light my candles, turn off the lights. Sometimes I may listen to music. Sometimes I may have my headphones on and listen to an audio. I have this shower cap. Y'all seen this gone viral, but it covers my ears and it covers my headphones, so I don't have to worry about them getting wet. But I normally do either of the two. It is fairly late. It's actually 1:03, so it's actually Wednesday. I've been editing because I really want to get this vlog edited and uploaded to you all at least by Sunday, so I can get on a regular, well, not this vlog that you're watching, but the one that the monks, and I keep saying the monks, the tea party and the monks vlog. That vlog. I really want to get that up by Sunday, and then if I can keep myself on a Sunday schedule, because I don't want to have to do any editing on Sundays. So my plan is to get on track and be better with this vlogging thing, because I really want to share testimonials, life as of lately, my autoimmune journey, my self-love journey, first of all, and just be present and create content that makes me happy and is pleasing to God, and then everything else will be what it's gonna be. And before I get into segue into the next thing, I have been finding so much joy in watching some of my favorite content creators walk in their spiritual purpose. And what I mean by that, they're still creating amazing content, but they are embracing their relationship with Christ. That makes my heart feel so good. One of my favorite YouTubers, and y'all probably will watch her as well, Sheena of She Is Fab. It makes my heart feel so good just to see her outwardly really be outspoken about being a woman of God, or as she says, a wug. I don't know, but it's W-O-G, woman of God. But it makes my heart so happy because, you know, you see your favorite content creators and they're creating content and their life, you're like, oh, they look like da da da. But then once they add Christ in the center of it, that joint just hits different. It just hits different. Just to see some of my favorite YouTubers like really including some faith-based or, you know, Christian inspirational things in their vlogs, I'm just like, yes, Lord, look at God. A couple of them, they've been like pulling out their Bibles, doing their scriptures. And listen, for me, that makes my heart feel good. It does. Because we're in a time where if you don't know whose you is, and that's God's, in my opinion, again, if you aren't a believer and you don't want to be a believer, please keep your comments to yourself, because I would never come on your channel and tell you, oh, you're wrong, da, 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 da. Just like how some of the people was doing, the monks, talking about, oh, we ain't nobody following you, we follow Jesus. Y'all are missing the point. Y'all are missing the point. People insert their beliefs onto other people in a very combative and browbeaten way, and that's not what you're supposed to do. If you wanted someone to accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior, you gotta be the light. You can't be the hammer and beat over their hair. You gotta be the light that shines so bright that they're like, it's so different. Why you glowing like that? That's what God wants. He wants us to be the light of in the salt. He wants when people to see us, they want to be able to taste and see that the Lord is good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I need to wipe this makeup off. Speaking of this makeup, that green correction situation has been doing wonders. Like, I don't have any orangey or any separation. My skin looks really, really good. It just looks like it's airbrushed to me. But anyway, my battery's dying. I'm gonna light these candles. Well, wash my face first, light these candles, jump in the shower, and then make some tea and get ready for bed. And I'll catch y'all on the next day. Hey loves, happy Wednesday. It is 2:38. It's missing something. So, I know you like this 2:38. Why are you looking like you never left the house? Story time. So, most of you know, but if you don't know, my primary means of employment, livelihood is being a owner, operator of a salon studio. I have my own studio in which I do hair, and my business name is Hair Couture with a K, Salon and Spa. And so now that I've moved a little further out, my commute to work has to be financially worth it, because it's gonna take me like, I'm like this. What is this? Oh, you can see all the way through my bedroom. That little heater right there is my best friend, but my worst nightmare now that I'm in menopause. But anyway, so yeah, so it has to be financially worth me driving out there. Like, anything under $100, I'm just not gonna go because I have to count the cost. So anyway, so everyone knows my cancellation policies, and I feel like sometimes I'm a little bit too lenient, but today is the day that the camel has broken his back. The straw broke the camel's back. Yeah. So I'm leaving out, and while I'm in the car, I text my client and I'm like, listen, I'm on the way. Had to stop at the pharmacy, which I didn't end up going to the pharmacy because I was like, it's gonna make me late. I want to be on time. So I do not have, well, I can't say that because y'all see me on my phone while I was driving, but that's like if I'm looking for directions or whatever. But with my business phone, I have it in my bag 90% of the time, because I'm like, if my clients are going to cancel or reschedule, they'll let me know in a timely manner. So mind you, it take me like 35 minutes if I take 95, in which I will only take 95 at certain times of the day. So anyway, so I didn't have to be there until 12, so I was like, oh, perfect. I could sleep in because I was really exhausted from being overstimulated from the part-time last night. And I ain't gonna say overstimulated, just mentally drained. So anyway, so I get to a point where I'm like, and I will randomly look at my phone. So I saw that I had a missed call from this client, but there was no follow-up text, because in most cases, 99.99999% of the time, if a client calls me and they can't get me on the phone, they will send me a text. Because obviously either I'm with the client, because they already know, like, I don't be on the phone or nothing when I'm working. So I get to the shop, get set up, walk to the front to see whether or not they were there. And I'm like, they're not here. So I'm like, let me get my phone. So like at 11:45, they send a text, that they, something happened. They can't make it. They need to cancel and reschedule. Very laissez, like in my text message it says 24 hours, all that stuff. no asking, in which I could have just hit the button and charged it. But here's the thing, I was like, I be trying to show grace, but my family is not gonna survive off of grace. Like, I just feel like as a hairstylist, especially as a black hairstylist, if we don't start out, or if we aren't like, look, it's no exceptions, other than like if it's like with the snow and ice, I would never, because if I'm not going out, I don't expect you to come out. But if it's a regular day, you know what I'm saying, and like, why not be like, my car's not starting, is there any way I can come later? Like, you just said fuck, excuse my French, you just said F my you just said F the appointment, I ain't coming. No consideration. And it made me so mad, because I'm just like, I could have been home doing other stuff like working out, because I ended up sleeping and I didn't work out. I could have been prepping my meal for tonight at the school. I could have been finishing, like, it was so many other things that I could have done to maximize my time. So I ended up turning back around after I took care of one of my plants and stuff at the shop. Came home, worked out, now I'm drinking this smoothie. I mean, it don't taste like anything, for real. Because I just really kind of threw some stuff together. So I have, it may look like brown chocolate milk. I put an avocado in here, a half an avocado, some spring mix, raspberries, strawberries, because I had some and I didn't want them to go bad, oat milk and coconut yogurt, chia seeds, and some maple syrup. It don't taste like nothing, but I will say that my stomach is getting full. Like, as much as I wanted to eat something else, I was like, my stomach just needs to be satisfied. So it's doing what it needs to do for my stomach. Now for my taste buds, I don't know. So I could have washed my, like, when I was at the shop, I was like, well, I can just wash my hair. But I was like, no, I'm gonna come home, because I want to try to be as consistent as possible with working out, because with an autoimmune disorder, anything can trigger your disorder that you have. And I feel like my being overweight and going through menopause triggered this flare. So what ends up happening, stress, diet, it's so many things that can trigger it. And I really want to start tracking my triggers, but I already have the flare, so it's kind of hard to really determine what caused this flare. I'm feeling like it's the menopause, because, to rewind, this particular autoimmune disorder that I have been diagnosed with, it is heavily triggered by inflammation. Like right now, I know I have my wrist doesn't hurt, but I know it's swollen a little bit, because this watch never fits this loose. Never. Like, it normally has a little bit of give. So I already know I got like some inflammation in my body. And with that, it also will cause me to have a plaque psoriasis, which is the skin scaling, spotting part of this disorder. And inflammation can cause that. One of the things that occurs in menopause is inflammation and itching of the skin. So the inflammation, the menopausal itching, plus the flare itching has been driving me insane. So I say all that to say is that I'm really trying so hard to do my due diligence to stick to a plan. Like, I was doing so well, like the summer all the way up until probably like September of 2024. And then it was a point in my life where life just became so overwhelming. And I'm not gonna say I'm a stress eater, but I just kind of was just like stressed, feeling sad and low, and I just kind of got off of my diet and my working out, and I had did so well. I had finally got in the Wonderland. I got out of 200. Like, the 200s is a place that I'm not used to being in. My highest weight has always been like either 185, 190, and to be 211 is driving me insane. And that's so funny. Today is, as I'm saying that, is February 11th. But anyway, so my mission is to push and force myself to be uncomfortable so I can live a healthier life, so I can feel comfortable in the summertime when it's time to wear, like, you know, shorter skirts and, you know, sundresses and bathing suits and things, because like my legs look terrible. Like, here's a small patch. See all these little spots? And they're like that all on my back and on my butt and the back of my thighs. My legs are the worst because I know you're not supposed to scratch it, but the uncontrollable need to scratch takes over. So my legs, the bottom of my legs look so bad. And I'm so self-conscious about it. And the thing of it is, when you go through stuff like that, and especially when you're in a relationship, sometimes you tend to think about what the other person thinks about you, and then that adds additional stress. And I will say that my husband is very supportive. He does not, I mean, he loves my exterior, but he loves my heart. He loves my spirit. So when I go through these things, it's not a turn off or anything for him. But you know, when you're not in a godly relationship, when you start to have things that affect your outward appearance, you will know if this is a person that God sent to you. Because we're not gonna always look like we looked in the beginning. And especially, like, you know, like I said, my skin, and I have not been able to have a pedicure. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna really get emotional like that. It's because my legs have been so bad. I don't want to, you know, and technically with this type of autoimmune, I'm not supposed to have a lot of skin scrubbing or abrasion, because it could make the skin even more irritated. And so I have not been able to get my feet done, and they look terrible. And I keep saying I'm gonna call my girl and see if she can just do me a foot pedicure, like just like scrub, massage my feet, and then do my polish, because there's no way that I can get a full pedicure. And even I have to pay the price for a regular pedicure, then so be it. But like literally from my ankles up, I don't want nobody to, like, I know she's gonna have to see it, but I don't want anybody to put anything on there other than what I'm using from what the doctor is giving me. So that's all that to say is, you know, I'm maximizing this time that I have, that my client freed up for me. But again, it is annoying, and in the moment it made me so angry and frustrated, because again, like I said, I mean, when you work certain type of jobs where your whole livelihood is dependent on other people showing up, it hurts when they don't value, like they come in like you're cool, they want to dump their problems on you, they want to say let's go out, but then when it's time to show up, you know what I'm saying, or be respectful of your business, it's kind of like, huh? So I need to like really rethink things, because in that moment I was so upset. I went and vented to my friend that's also in the building with me as well. But I came back to my suite and I was just like, God, show me what you're trying to show me in this, because both of the jobs that I'm currently working are causing me to be, and I know my voice keeps shaking because I'm emotional about this, because like I was saying last night, like, I'm gonna always do God's will, but sometimes God's will for you is not easy. I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but the cross that you have to bear sometimes is not easy, but it's still your cross to bear. And so I'm like, am I supposed to, do you want me in this uncomfortable season? This is season of unrest for a reason, because God is not a God that makes you suffer, but he allows you to go through some things that are uncomfortable because of the outcome that is supposed to, you know what I'm saying, because of what's supposed to come to fruition. And a lot of times we want the answer to, like, God, what is the purpose? So I can at least go through this knowing this is the purpose. But sometimes he don't reveal that to you. You got to be okay with that. And I am, but I feel like I don't want to show up for work. I feel like I don't want to, like, I feel like, yeah. But I do feel like he's telling me in this, some changes do need to be made. So I'm really going to have to rest in that. We are closed at the school on Monday. So I do have I'm going to get paid for it. Thank the Lord. But once I get through this week at the salon and my last day tonight at the school, I need to really lock in on writing some things out. So, and I don't know if I showed y'all this. So I did bring my A5 traveler's notebook out that I had back when, like, traveler's notebooks are having a second win right now. So I decided to pull this out, and I have 2 journals in here, or 2 notebooks. I have my reading one in here, but I think I might take this out because what I have in at the back, this is like my little thoughts, and these are all what are these? Styologies. I love the styologies. They're so sleek and nice. So I think I may get 2 more of this size. So this is my thoughts. So I just write my thoughts in here. My best friend was saying that she has a thought journal. So this is just where I just put my thoughts, like how I'm feeling today. Like, and I'm gonna write in here either before I go to bed or before I leave. It just depends. Then I need a brain dump one, like to write out the visions and the thoughts that God has given me. And then, like, this can also actually hold, let me see, 2, 4. This can hold 6 notebooks. But I think 3 in here is just enough for now. Am I gonna junk and make it all cute? Probably not. Because right now I'm currently not even using Big Mama. I've been using my digital planner and Little Mama as my on-the-go planner. So Big Mama has just been kind of sitting in the back section of this desk when I showed y'all my desk tour. Well, no, I actually moved it over here underneath the desk. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna take out my reading journal because I've been doing my reading stuff in my digital planner too, as well as making, like, I don't know. I mean, I think I may still use this as a physical copy, but I'm not gonna leave it in here. So I'll give y'all an update on what this planner is gonna look like. I may even do, like, one of the notebooks as like a tracker to track my mood and to track my, you know, just to track my overall well-being. And then I have these cute little emoticons that Glammarks made, and I made some, made them into actual stickers. So that's what I might do. But I need to, like, for me, I need to write all that out. Like, this is what you need to do, Keisha, so I won't forget. So anyway, I have rambled about 20 minutes. I probably won't come back and vlog anymore until Friday, because I do want to just extend this out to a weekly vlog. But I did want to come in and touch bases. I'm debating if I want to show y'all this. Like, I have this one, I don't know if they call them skin tags or patches, but it's on my left leg at the bottom on the left outside. And when it started out, it started this big. That joint is this big now. And when I go to the doctor in March, I'm going to show her how wide this has, like, I question what is it like. It's one of those things where like, God, I'm not questioning you, because like you feel guilty to even question, but God is our Father, and we're supposed to ask our Father these questions so He can reveal to us. But I'd be like, why me? Like, I'm not a vain person. I mean, as y'all can see, I get on this good old app looking any kind of way sometimes. But I'm just like, why me? Why? Show me your why. Just show me the why. Show me the why. My life is, right now, I'm in this show me your why season. So anyway, so I will get back with y'all on Friday at our Galentines, our Galentines meetup. Me, Shay, and I need to see if our other friend isn't coming too on Friday, and I need to see if we're gonna still go out to eat. But anyway, I'm gonna edit this vlog. Hopefully, it's 2:58. I'm gonna try to edit as much as I can for the next 30 minutes. Jump in the shower and try to be out here by like 4-ish, because I need to get my prescription. Like when I was heading home from the salon, I was like, I'm gonna go get my my prescription, and I forgot. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, brain fog. I forgot what I was saying. Me and my client that just left, she's in Perry, I don't know, she's in the part before you was fully in it. And we were talking about brain fog, how you think you said something, but you can't remember. And I can't remember what I was saying if I blew my nose. But I know I was talking about the menopause kicking my butt. But anyway, I was supposed to, that's what I was talking about. I was supposed to work out this morning. But I didn't, because I needed to sleep in. I set my alarm for 9 o'clock to get up at 9. And I was like, I need this extra hour. So I set the alarm for 10, and then I even hit the snooze. So I am tired. My homegirl just gave me some medicines to take, and I don't really have congestion, but I feel like it's making me sleepy now. She said it don't make you sleepy, but I feel like it's making me sleepy. Y'all getting the sinus infection part of me. This is how I am. But anyway, so I didn't work out. Me and my friends, we're going to Total Wine to the wine tasting class today, and let me tell you what the class is. I need to make my thumbnail because I was gonna make that last night, but then I thought I'd just do it while my client is under the dryer today. So today is the wine and chocolate, a perfect pairing wine class. Is from 6:30 to 8, and then at 8:30 we're going to Cooper's Hawk for dinner. So we're kind of doing like a little client wine friends Galentines Day. So that will be fun. I do have another wine class I'll be going to on March the 14th. That is from the tip to the toe, a wine tour of Italy. And if you are a Total Wine member, utilize these classes, especially like if you're going and you earn points, you'll get the opportunity because the tickets, well, here in Virginia the tickets are $20, but if you're earning rewards, you'll get a reward where you can get 2 for $20. So I normally at this point, because last year was the first year that I did not go to every wine class, but prior to that, 2 years in a row I would go to every wine class faithfully, because my girl Alexis, who is I think she's a level 3 or level 4. I don't know, but anyway, she's a sommelier, and so she would always do amazing classes. And then when she left, it just wasn't the same, even from the choice of the wine and the experience. So I just didn't go a lot. I only went when I had the coupon to get 2 tickets. So yeah. So anyway, so I say all to say is, if you are wanting to get into wines and you want to step out of your comfort zone, I would highly suggest you go to the Total Wine classes. They're only $20, and I can only speak for what they do here at our location. We go to the Short Pump. We have 3 Total Wines in the Richmond, Virginia area. One on Broad Street, close to where I used to work, and then this one in Short Pump, and then one on Robius. The one in Short Pump and Robius, those are the only 2 that do classes. But anyway, the one that we go to is Short Pump. We always go because it just works out on Saturdays, but this one is on a Friday. Anyway, I'm talking too much. So how the wine classes work at our location. Um, Now they do have a new instructor, so I don't know if she's gonna keep up with how it normally goes. But you pay $20. Well, this is what is standard at our Total Wine. You pay $20 and you taste anywhere from 8 to 9 wines. They always start with like the white and then work your way to the red, and then if there's a dessert wine, then the dessert wine at the end. Um, Normally at our locations, this is the add-on. There's always food. So normally it's either like foods that kind of match the theme, or it's just like foods just to eat, because you are drinking and they want us to make sure that we are eating the food, and they also make sure you're hydrated, especially when you're drinking red wines. If you do not know, if you say the reason you don't drink red wine is because you get a headache, is because you're not hydrating. Red wines can be very acidic, and the tannins and the sulfates that in it can give you a headache. So for this, equal parts of water and equal parts of wine. So if you've ever went to a wine tasting and you wonder why they have water, that's why, to keep you from having wine headaches. But they give you water and they have food. And so anytime they're doing like a pairing class, they still have the food, but on your tables, they will also have the items that go with the pairing. So normally they do like a chocolate one, and they do like a cheese one, and a snack one. Those are the ones where they normally have the specific snacks, cheeses, or chocolates to go with the wines that we're tasting. So this one is a wine and chocolate. So, they'll have different types of chocolate. Excuse me. So they'll have different types of chocolates to try. So this is one of my favorite ones to do, because I am a chocolate girly and a wine girly, and these are great, especially like if you want to do a Galentines Day and you want to have chocolates and stuff, you'll know what type of wines to pair with your chocolates for your Valentine's Day or your Galentine's Day or your side chick day. That is a thing too. February the 15th is side chick day, if you know. Hopefully ain't nobody that's side chick on here that's watching. But if you get Valentine's on the 15th, reevaluate your situation. Woo, child. Oh, please. I ain't start sneezing until I sat down. When I have my sinus infection, when I stand up, I feel a lot better. Hopefully I won't go into a sneezing fit tonight. I might gotta stand up. I should have did my nasal drops. But anyway, so I just want to kind of come on and just check in with you guys. I did burn my makeup, but the way my eyes is watering, you don't know. But I'll probably put on some makeup. But these eyes is running. They look glossy already. Getting older is not fun, y'all. But anyway, so I probably won't pull the camera back out until we get to the wine class. It's really messing with me, but I'm gonna get it. I got wherever you could think a psoriasis flare can occur, I got it. In my ears, my scalp, my body. Shh. Anyway, I'm oversharing, but for those of you that are going through health stuff, you understand. It doesn't even have to be the same health things that I'm going through, but it can be it can be a lot on you, especially like I mean, I can't speak to any other gender, but as a woman, the things that we go through, it just kind of seems unfair. But I mean, I guess if God didn't think that we could handle it, He would have allowed men to go through it, because He know the men can't do this. Like, they go to the doctor and get some tape taped on them, and when it's time to rip it off, they're like, ah! Like, we get waxed. We intentionally put harm on ourselves, and we can deal with it. Y'all should be able to deal with it too. Anyway, and I'm not gender shaming for anybody, because what I realized, especially working at the school now, I have to be very, like, you would think when you are working with young adults or adults, they would pick up what you putting out there, but it's like you have to be so careful. If you say one thing wrong, that's racist. One thing about me, I am furthest from racist. Like, I would even, like, if you only knew, like, okay, this is the last story and I'm gonna go, because I hate when I have long talking footage, because then I'm trying to figure out what part I can leave out. But this is how much I love all people. So my dad grew up in a time where racism was very prevalent, and, you know, pretty much like it is today, for real. Like, you know somebody's racist or when somebody just says something and they don't mean nothing by it. So anyway, so I was joining the Girl Scouts, and I probably was like the only black little girl in Girl Scouts. I was in the fourth or fifth grade. I think I was in the fifth grade. Anyway, so they needed a troop leader, and I knew my mom would do it. I mean, I love my mom, bless her heart, but that's a whole nother story. So anyway, my client probably about to come in. So anyway, so my dad has always been like the room dad, and like whatever I wanted him to do, he would do. But this particular time, it was different because, you know, we were the others. It was no, like in school, it was, he had other little, so all the black kids would always be with my dad. When we did like the room dads, like the parent going on trips and stuff, in which we didn't see no problem because we were like, yeah, we were with my dad. So anyway, long story short, I was like, Dad, can you please be the Girl Scout troop leader? In which, having a man be a troop leader, now looking at it, hindsight 2020, that probably was cringy, but, because, men just were never Girl Scout troop leaders. And I was like, Dad, like, oh, white people aren't bad. Like, I was that little girl. And he was like, but he was in his mind thinking about his experience. And I was like, Dad, they're not all bad. Some of them are nice. Da, 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 da. Please, please, please. So he ended up doing it. And I kind of helped break a cycle with him, because his generation, it was like either you for us or against us. And to see us getting back to either you for us or against us really breaks my heart, because it is people that aren't like that. I still believe in it, and I still believe in, like, even if you are, I mean, now the ways the society have it is, if you're Republican, you're against us. If you're like, I don't believe in that. Like, I believe that they are Republicans. Like, and I could be naive, but I still believe that they're Republicans that really love and care about us, and they are ones that do speak up for all races outside of their own. But the world is sadly getting back to that place where everybody feels like if you make a comment, that means you racist. What makes you racist is if you make the comment and you don't rectify or apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you get so used to saying certain stuff, just like, I know it's some people that don't look like us, that be in their cars being, nah, 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 nah. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Does that make them racist? I don't believe so, because you're just rapping a song. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's one thing if I'm in the car with you and I hear you say, I'm like, look, that's not cool. I know you're rapping a song. And they be like, oh, my bad, I don't mean anything, but I don't know. Maybe I'm naive, maybe I'm not. But I'm a Christian. I believe there is good in everybody. And, It's whether or not they finally submit to love and not hate. But it's what you nurture. Are you nurturing love or hate in your household? You know what I'm saying? Hate is a learned behavior. You don't, even though you're born into a certain environment, the habits and the things that you pick up is based on what your environment pours into you. And if you're in a house where they tell you not to like a certain kind of people or not to respect a certain kind of belief, it's because you're taught that way. I'm a firm believer that you're taught. Love is within all of us. Is whether or not whomever you're around, who nurtures it, who damages. But let me see if my client here, she might be sitting up the front. I'm ready to get started.
from my mama, and I can make you better, boy. this book if you wanna. A real lover girl, I'll give you all the feels. Step into my world. I promise you'll love it here with me. And all this film energy. When I feel safe, when I feel hurt, when I can trust you at your word, that makes me feel soft.
Mr. Cooper song. Mr. How Can You Afford That? Mr. How Tall Is He? Oh, signing live. Happy birthday, Miss Keisha. She's turning 22 today.
Oh, thank you.
She didn't want to drink the first year. This is her first drink.
Oh, thank you. Hey loves, happy Sunday. As you can hear, I'm sick, but I'm not sick. Like, I think last night and this morning I felt the worst that I felt. I have a sinus infection, in which I'm not shocked. Typically when there's extreme drops in temperature is when not really drops, when there's extreme increase in temperatures, my sinuses lose their mind. As most of y'all know, we've been having really cold weather, snowy weather, icy weather here in the RVA area, and then all of a sudden it just went to 60 degrees and my sinuses was like, oh yes, finally I get to act up. So yeah, so it started on probably Thursday is like when I really noticed the drainage. And then Friday it was like, okay, I barely got a voice. I mean, I had my voice, but it was like really hoarse from the drainage. And then Saturday I had a lot of, you know, I'm not gonna gross anybody out, but I had a lot of discoloration come out. So I knew that it was officially, you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I already know, but I know I was at the halfway point because my sinus infections have a cycle. It starts out with nasal drip, drainage in my throat, dark, I can't not say dark mucus or phlegm, and then it's then it goes to the cough, and it's a whole cycle. But anyway, I will be okay. I'm so proud of myself. I told my husband last night, well, last night was Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's. I hope everybody had a great Galentines Day, Valentine's Day, Love Day, whatever you want to call it. But I did spend Galentine's Day with some of my friends, and it wasn't intentionally to celebrate Galentine's Day. It's just that we go to a lot of the Total Wine classes, and because Saturday was a holiday, they don't do wine tasting on holidays, so it fell on Galentine's Day, so we decided to make it a whole thing. And then one of the clients, the darker skinned one with the longer hair, she wanted to celebrate my birthday because, you know, why not celebrate it? And I was the only one with the most recent birthday, so that's why you saw that the guy come out with the birthday chocolates or fudge. I don't know what they were, but the white chocolate, both of them was good, but the white chocolate was real good, okay? But anyway, I just want to come and close the vlog. I had, even though my sinuses were draining, I had a very interesting week. Wednesday was just a bad day. Really was a horrible day for me because it really made me start to reevaluate, am I doing the right thing when it comes to my career on both ends, because I do want to be an educator. I am an educator. Like, I do want to incorporate education and still doing hair, but am I doing it how God wants me to do it? But you know, as the end of the week came, I put a pin in that because it does have to be revisited, because I'm a firm believer in that, you know, even though God will send you out there after that one, and when you're going out there after that one, you're going to encounter giants and wolves and arrows and attacks. And it's like, do I want to be able to, do I want to do that, or do I not? And if I don't do it, am I letting God down? Like, it's so many things that go through my mind when I do things. And sometimes I don't always, but for the most part, I try to make sure that God is in the center of my decisions. But we are human and we are flesh, and he knows that. That's why, you know, we can repent and we can ask forgiveness and then try to do it right. So often we'll do something wrong, or we do something that's not based on the plan that God has for us. We repent, we ask for forgiveness, and then we still go back to doing it the wrong way or our way, versus trying it the way God wants us to try. So I'm just in like a little, I don't know if stalemate is the right word to put it, but we are closed on Monday, which is, I'm going to just call it a floating holiday, or I can just call it a President Obama Day, or President's Day minus 45, 47. Anyway, I'm being silly. But yeah, I feel like I need to take that day to write some stuff down, brain dump, do some research, because we're gonna be going into the end of this month and starting the next month, which is the last month of the first quarter of the year. And I don't want to jump into quarter two and not have some type of, you know, have I met some of my goals? Am I reaching, or am I working towards those goals? Do I need to reset those goals? Like, I want to be able to have a plan of action that God validates for me going into April of 2026. Because you might as well say it's here, because February is a short month. So yeah, so, you know, I'm not going to do it today. I try as hard as I can on Sundays to make this my Sabbath. And not because it's the seventh day, but this is technically my only day to rest. I'm really trying to be intentional of doing things to honor God, even like with, you know, my body. You know, a part of this body, God gave me this body to house my spirit while I'm here. And I have to take care of it. Even though when some things happen that I don't, when health things happen, a lot of times, more often than not, they're out of your control. There's some things that are your control, like, you know, if you're overeating, obesity is because you're overeating and you're being greedy, and that's a sin and you're not honoring God. Or if you're consuming too much sugar and your doctor keeps saying if you keep eating all this sugar, you're going to have diabetes. So it's certain things that we can control. But I mean, the things that I can't control is one thing. But it's certain things that I can do with the disorder that I have to help minimize, you know, the flares. I can put myself back in remission. Like, I was at one point in remission with my autoimmune because I was doing very well, and I'm just struggling to get back that way. And I was watching a post. This is gonna be a long outro, but that's nothing new, but God just wants me to say all this stuff. I can feel it. I slept in until like about 12:30 today. I knew I was, because my body, my mind, everything was tired. So one of the times when I popped up, I opened up my app, and Jalen from Face Over Matter was saying something. I think it was on her TikTok. Anyway, it was a short form content. And she was saying that, you know, if it's something that you want to do, stop making excuses. And that statement was a struggle for me. And hear me out. Not justifying my excuses, but it'd be really hard for me to keep up the things that I wanted. Like, I'm in this season where it's really a struggle for me to keep up with the things that I want to do. I want to eat, like, I want to stay consistent with my 80-20 diet. I want to meal prep so I would avoid spending money, because that'll help me save, store what I have, and eat healthier. I want to get up and work out. Like, I could be working out right now, but it's just like my body just is like, you just need to rest, Keisha. And then I struggle with, is that God telling me my body needs to rest, or is that the enemy keeping me from doing what I'm supposed to do? Like, these are the struggles. These are the things that you have to find God in the center. And I'm going to work out today, but I'm also going to rest, because that's something that I have not had a lot of. And I do know that God wants me to prioritize that. And this is my Sabbath. This is my day of rest, because this is my only day completely off from both of my jobs. Normally, I'm working in the school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm in the salon Wednesday through Saturday, and then I have Sunday. Before I was working in the school, I could choose between Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday to make my day of rest. So I had 3 days to choose from, and sometimes I might choose Monday, sometimes I might choose Tuesday, sometimes I might choose Sunday, but now I don't have an option. And if I don't do anything else on this Sunday, even if I don't work out today, I am going to rest. And it feels so good. I even laid it on this couch. I had to reheat my coffee because I just kind of like dozed off, because I was tired, and I need the rest. And I know a lot of me not feeling well is because I'm not getting enough rest. Especially with me having the autoimmune disorder, in menopause, and now I have the sinus infection. I need to rest more than I need to be active, because your body needs a time to just be still. Because if I get up and start working out, I'm gonna sweat, I'm gonna cause myself to start coughing. We don't want that. But I do know that I will be making better choices. Still, I'm still making great choices, because I have not been eating out as much. Especially, I'll be so proud of me, because I feel like the whole month of January, every Saturday after my Trader Joe's run, I was going to McDonald's and get me a fish fillet meal. Every Saturday. And even though you could probably say that's just once a week, but it's still, that processed food is not good for me in my condition. So I'm doing better. At the school, I didn't order. Normally, I would either do Panera or Wawa delivery. I didn't do that either. So I'm gonna go. Plus, my battery's about to die. I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. If so, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. As well, give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment below if you have any questions. And as well, make sure you come back for the next video. I will be vlogging for next week. I think I might just make it a weekend vlog. But until next time, loves. Peace.